again. Welcome back to another week of Weekly Pickups of your host, Polish Gaming. Now, let's get into this week. We have got, first one here is from Highly Suspect, Harry Veal. We've got Colin McRae Rally 2005. Now, this one here I got for $7.50, 2.5 out of 5 on the dealer meter this week because it sits at $12.56. Great game, Colin McRae. The original was the best. I remember original Colin McRae 1 and 2 on PS1 was just like pure fire. Been a lot of great rally games, but this one's always a staple. Next one here is Guitar Hero, and it's Guitar Hero 1, and it's $7.75, and sorry, $7.25. This one sits at 3 out of 5 on a dealer meter this week because it sits at $15.23. A little bit gutted, it does have a rip here, so these ones are, when I buy them off Trade Me, they're pretty much almost like a kind of sight unseen. Like I'll see it, sometimes it'll just be that, and it'll be the picture, and he'll say manual. Sometimes he'll open it up and he'll show it. Every now and then you kind of might get a bit disheartened because it might be discoloured inside. You can ask these questions. I mean, it's up to me. I could ask these questions, but they're getting them relatively cheap. So if I do get them like this, I'll just find an upgrade later on, and then I'll be able to just sell this one off. So not too bad. Now, next one here is another Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero Rock the 80s. This one is $7.25, and this week on a dealer meter, 3 out of 5 because it sits at $16. I'm going for a full set of Guitar Hero on every single console, and same as SingStars and stuff like this. I'm getting pretty close. I've also got it. Well, my Wii's not here anymore. My Wii has actually moved into the hallway because the Wii and the Xbox is in the hallway now, just so I can get more room. As you can see, my Pokemon stuff is on display this side rather than that side now, which is always found it a bit weird being in the PlayStation section, and now it's in the Nintendo section, so it's a lot better. Now, the next one here is Shrek 2. Now, $7.25 on this one, 2.5 on the dealer meter because it sits at $11. It's Shrek 2, not much to write home about, but yeah, it's Shrek. The next one here is a Wii game, Circus. Now, this is $9.20 on the dealer meter this week. It sits at 2.5 out of 5 because it sits at $11.45. Not too bad, that one. And actually, I think it's a real mini game. You kind of pretty crazy on the mini games on the Wii. Now, next one here is for the another one for the Wii is Reload. Now, this one here was $32.50, 4 out of 5 on the dealer meter because it sits at $52.54. But I kind of want to state on this one that I'll have to sell it off because I did put in a protective cover, but that's the manual. It is completely solid. You cannot move that. It is solid, even to the point of the warranty information. The software warranty information for Wii is literally stuck to the end. So it's pretty crazy bad. You can actually even see it coming outside here. Literally like a rock. So I will be replacing that. Also, like I say, sometimes these ones, you don't know. Water damage on the back there pretty badly. So yeah, I definitely will upgrade that. And it is a little bit gutting because I paid $32.50 for it. But the ends and breaks, these things happen. You just kind of go onwards and upwards. Like I said, I've paid for it. I've legally done it. So there's not much I can really... I can ask these questions, It's up to me. Next one here is Hot Wheels Interactive Stunt Track Challenge. Now, this one here is $7.25. On a dealer meter this week, it sits at 3 out of 5. Because it sits at $17.71. A lot of Hot Wheels games out there that kind of don't get a bit pricey. You'd think they would, but there are some, like Beat That on Xbox 360 is a little bit more expensive. I think there's a Hot Wheels game on GameCube that's a little bit expensive. I'm not too sure. Now, next one here is World Championship Poker 2 All In. Now, this one here I got off Trade Me. This was from Monty161. $3 I paid for this one, and it gets a 3 out of 5 on the dealer meter because it sits at $14.05. This one has been on my radar for ages. It's been on there it was on there for $10 and it went up to $15. I refuse to kind of get it because it is worth $14, but with the shipping in it as well, it wasn't worth it. This guy put up for $5, then done the fixed price at the end of it for $3, so I grabbed it. So it's finally I got that one. Now, next one here is from an NZ Retro member, Phil Selwyn. This one I didn't even actually know about, the Darksiders collection. This is another dual pack. This one comes with both Darksiders 1 and 2, plus the DLC for the season pass of Darksiders 2. So that comes with that, the collection there. That's pretty cool. And actually, is it? Yeah, that is it. And this one, bought it for $15. Now, this one gets a 3.5 out of 5 on a dealer meter this week because it sits at $37.89. When I saw it, I thought it is a bit obscure. Is it behind it? No. It is a bit obscure. I've never seen it before. I've got a lot of dual packs, triple packs, stuff like that, quad packs even, but that was an odd one. So happy I've got that one. It's not actually part of the full collection, but there is actually the full collection checklist actually comes with the double, triple, and quad packs, and the random bundle packs. Like there's actually one that's Banjo-Kazooie, Forza, and Halo. I think it is a super random bundle. But yeah, the fact that picked that one, I'm super stoked with. So yeah, it was good. Now, next one here is this next bundle is from Winston Dunlop, another NZ Retro member and old school Metro Gamers member there. This one, first one, is Formula 1 2000. Now, this is, I paid $10 for this one, 2.5 out of 5 on a dealer meter this week because it sits at $12.48. Not too bad on that one. I had quite a few DS stuff this week, so Bomberman 2, $40 I paid for this one, 3 out of 5 on a dealer meter because it sits at $48.68. Not too bad, and everything's real clean with these DS games, like real clean. Like all their manuals are crazy good. Like everything was well looked after. So stoked. Anything Bomberman, it kind of is one of those ones that gets a bit of pricey on it. Next one here is Scribblenauts. Write anything, solve anything. This one I paid $5 for, 2.5 out of 5 on a dealer meter because it sits at $9.75. Scribblenauts doesn't really get too high. I think that almost completes my whole Scribblenauts here. I think there's Drawn. No, that's Drawn to Life. I think there's Scribblenauts, I think there's Super Scribblenauts, and I think there might be a 3DS one, which I think I've got as well. Next one here is Spider-Man, Friend or Foe. Now, this one I paid $20 for, and 2.5 out of 5 on the dealer meter because it sits at $20.97. Was this the one that... Oh, yeah, I did see it's got a little bit of an annoying pre-owned sticker one. You can get some of that off, but you end up just taking so long just getting a nail on it and scraping it away, then wiping it away. Those EV games were tragic with the stickers. Just the yellow residue would just leak into it. Next one here is Yoshi's Island DS. This one here is $25, 3.5 out of 5 on a deal, 2.5 out of 5 on a dealer meter because it sits at $28.16. Next one here is actually, I'm actually stoked with these ones because Dreamcast doesn't come up too often, especially in Winston. He had some this week, so I was really happy about that one. So first one here is Le Mans 24 Hours. This one is $40, and on the dealer meter this week it sits at a 4 out of 5 because that one sits at $79. It hasn't gone up or anything, but I think maybe with this one he may have looked at the one that comes up for some reason, Test Drive Le Mans, which is the same game, but it's the American version. So, but this one, I mean, I've seen this come up and it only goes for 50, so 40, absolute stoked because I can get that one off the list there. And last but not least here is NBA 2K. Now, this is a Sega Sports title. This one here I paid $15 for, 3 out of 5 on the dealer meter because it sits at $26.28. So not too bad. That actually brings my Dreamcast counter down to 89 games left. There is still a lot of snickle fritzy, real filler stuff, but there's also, remember, there's like JoJo's, there's Nightmare Creatures 2, I think. Actually, I don't think there's Nightmare Creatures 2 on there. I was actually about to say Bangai-O, but I've got Bangai-O now. There's still quite a few hitters in there, like what's the way? Skies of Arcadia. That's a bit of an expensive one, but stoked to get that down to 89 now. Also, I would say here with Winston, he also had some manuals that he got in a bundle, so I thought I'd grab them. So $5 each he paid for these ones. $5 for that one, for the Outrun. $5 for Quartet. And $5 for Monopoly. The reason why I got the Monopoly one is because of the fact that I've got an NTSC one. There's not much difference on the back, so I'm just going to replace this. I won't actually replace it. I'll just put it behind it. So I've got the landscape and the portrait manual. So the portrait was the American. And yeah, portrait was American and landscape was New Zealand. But then, of course, you got also differences with some manuals. Some manuals are like, there's ones that fold out, like the original Wonder Boy stuff. But then you get other ones that, say, the Euro versions, they come with them just a normal booklet. So there's a lot of variances to Master System and some Sega stuff, but mainly really a lot to Master System. So it's hard to keep up. But that's me for this week. Yeah, so that, like I say, I'm stoked about getting down to 89 games and just even getting some Dreamcast games this week. That's really cool. I have actually already lined up a certain game that I won't say what it is because I am paying this one off. It is a big heavy hitter for the PS2. No, it's not Q-On. No, it's not Rule of Rose. And what's the other one? There's another one that was high. I can't remember the other one, but there was another one that was there. But like I said, it's not Q-On, it's not Rule of Rose. So have a look in there. But this one, it's a decent hit. So put in the comments if you think you may know what it is. If you know, then hit us up. But yeah, I'm going to be paying that one off. It takes a little bit of time to pay it off. But yeah, that's me for this week. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel here, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Get notified on all my videos that come out. I've got actually something pretty cool coming up with my with Pokemon. I've got some Surging Sparks. Finally managed to find some Surging Sparks thanks to my mate Jake and D there. And then I've got a couple of Temporal Forces to open up thanks to my mate Wes as well, which I'll be putting up he's given me a couple of little items to hopefully bring me luck. But yeah, that's me for this week. Tune in next week and tune in. Make sure you follow me for all the what's it called? I'm even forgetting my own things here. Gamer School Weekly and the Pokemon stuff. But until then, see you when I see you. Have a good day.